Also, yeah, I want to ask you about the fertility issues that people are encountering nowadays. It's even called the fertility crisis, fertility collapse. You
Well,
know,
the way to that's a purely a purely personal problem. The
very libertarian
uh,
of you.
very very well. The thing is that yeah, I mean
It's
it
not an
shows
accusation; it's a systemic problem. It's
it's a
happening in the
system
world.
it's a systemic problem, and arguably it all comes from the Declaration of Independence, and this phrase, the pursuit of happiness. And people have this like eat pray love mindset, like parenting, and just exposes you to a completely different sense of kind of the purpose of existence. And then, once you're a parent, you basically look back at your single friends and you're just like, oh, I see your purpose is in life is to have fun. Well, have fun with that, I guess. They have a lot of good drugs these days you can take. And so like that leads to this idea. I mean, the people who wrote Pursuit of Happiness didn't even really mean it this way, right? They meant, by happiness they really meant human fulfillment. They didn't mean, debauchery, right?
Yeah, yeah, much more Aristotle, less
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
OnlyFans. Yeah.
less less Marquis de Sade, right? And so essentially, this vision of the purpose of life and community has really been transformed into the vision of the Marquis de Sade. And I think there's a lot of trends in that today that the Marquis would be really very happy with. Um, and the we're basically living in Pasolini's Salo, more and more every day, right? And um,
Yeah, at
in some
least
ways,
they
not in
knew.
others.
At least they knew that
Yeah,
you would turn into like a pillar of salt, and they had that in the back of their
yeah,
mind. Now we need to
yeah,
normalize
yeah.
it. Don't
Now we
even
now.
flinch.
Oh no, yeah, the devil needs you to go even farther, right? And so like when I look at sort of to actually sort of get over yourself and kind of stop believing that the modern world has or even really can discover a way to live which is thanks to our fabulous luxuries, you know revises the lessons of 3,000 years of classical civilization, is just ridiculous. And a lot of people go through their life living this way, and certainly a lot of women go through their lives basically past their fertile years.
You're a married man. I am a married woman. We've made it. We've made it on the other side. Obviously, life
Excellent.
is long, and we'll see. But what people want to know: do you have any recommendations on how people can find a mate? Because being our prophet,
I
maybe
have
you have something to say about this.
I think that I have none, but I think I'll venture one anyway, which is that the most important thing is filtering out the inappropriate. And the you know there are different human personality types and different human mating types, really. And especially among women, I think men are much more consistent and women are much more different. And so there's a kind of for men, there's a very different sort of wife psychology is kind of should be instantly recognizable as a kind of basedness in the sort of most, not even necessarily political, but kind of most emotional sense of the word. The women you're going to have problematic relationships with guys are women who are needy, or like broken in various ways. You definitely want to kind of steer clear of that. And that's like, I mean, for men the most important thing is just self-confidence. Like self-confidence is what women want. There are other things, but they're all much smaller.
I can confirm that
um,
that's essentially it. There's nothing else. Yeah.
there's basically nothing else, and and so just be excellent. For women, resist your urge to insist on bad boys. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
and the other thing, I mean, it really is true that, um, unfortunately, but sadly, I think my experience is that sexual experience is damaging for a woman in a way that it's not necessarily damaging for men, like psychologically. And that's like, you can tell women who basically, um, have just gotten too obsessed with that lifestyle. They have a different look in their eyes, and it's just not a very healthy look. And
Yeah, it's
that is what it is.
it's a vicious circle. Yeah, and that's the thing. The more you hung up in that lifestyle, the harder it is to get out because people see
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
look.
yeah.
It's a sparkle. It's an
The
anti-sparkle.
hard eyes, the hard eyes. Yeah, yeah. No, it's a terrible thing.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sorry to. This is a bit of a black pill, but it's probably like three women watching this, so it's all fine. Um,